You know that famous line, government of the people, by the people, for the people. But lately, it's looking a lot like government of the billionaires, by the billionaires, for the billionaires. President Trump arrived in Beijing alongside one of the most powerful corporate delegations in recent memory. Not teachers, not nurses, not working families struggling with rent, childcare, and grocery bills. CEOs, billionaires, corporate power. The delegation reportedly included figures like Elon Musk, Apple CEO Tim Cook, Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang, Blackstone CEO Stephen Schwarzman, and executives tied to firms including BlackRock, Goldman Sachs, Citi, Boeing, companies seeking business opportunities and market access in the world's second largest economy. Together, these weren't just wealthy individuals. They represented trillions of dollars in corporate value and influence sitting shoulder to shoulder with the President of the United States. Now, to be fair, American presidents have long traveled with business leaders. That part isn't new. But critics say what feels different here is the scale and the overlap between political power, private wealth, and presidential financial interests. Because while President Trump was meeting with Chinese President, new ethics filings back home revealed something striking. In just the first 3 months of 2026, financial disclosures tied to Trump showed more than 3,600 stock trades, valued somewhere between $220 million and $750 million, involving major companies like Nvidia, Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, Goldman Sachs, Boeing, and others. The White House says those investments are managed through outside advisors and a discretionary trust, not by Trump personally. And importantly, there is no evidence of wrongdoing. Still, critics are asking the difficult question. While companies affected by those decisions appear in financial disclosures tied to the president's investment portfolio, how do Americans know whose interests come first? And here's where the contrast gets harder to ignore. Back home, congressional estimates project that Trump-backed healthcare and spending changes could leave roughly 10.9 million more Americans uninsured over the next decade. So think about the contrast. Corporate executives get high-level meetings in Beijing. The richest people in America get direct access to global power. And ordinary Americans? They're told there's no money for healthcare, no money for struggling families, no money for food assistance. And despite all that billionaire firepower, Beijing summit itself delivered few major breakthroughs. Markets reacted cautiously, with analysts describing the meeting less as a transformational deal and more as an effort to reduce tensions and manage risk between the world's two biggest economies. So next time, if someone says that Trump is fighting for the forgotten Americans, ask them this. If the billionaires are getting a seat on the table, who gets left behind? Because from the Beijing tarmac, it looked a lot less like America first and a lot more like government of the billionaires, by the billionaires, for the billionaires. I'm Mahin Mustafa and you're watching The American Side. Until next time.